Okay, this is it. I'm Ali Maxa, and I'm excited to announce that I'm kicking off my own boutique research agency for 2024. It's called MaaxaLabs Research, Discovery, and Innovation. At MaaxaLabs, I take the guesswork out of business decisions. I use the social sciences to understand customers so that business leaders know what product to launch next, or who to market their product to, or why customers are getting frustrated with a certain aspect of their experience, or why they're delighted with others. So in other words, I'm an applied anthropologist who's your Girl Friday for all questions customer-centric. Customer-centricity is my middle name. Sometimes my job is to go out and witness customers use products in the wild. From street signs in Seattle to cutting-edge AI applications, I test prototypes and collect stories so things get made right the first time. Sometimes I design clever market surveys to uncover big opportunities nobody else has imagined. So I built a really big toolkit, and now I want to work with projects and clients I'm excited about. So I sent this to you because you are a friend or colleague I've met in other phases of my journey, and I wanted to let you know what I've been working on. So I'll tell you a little bit about how I can imagine myself working with you or a person or project who needs a little MaaxaLabs research magic. The idea is for me to build up my client base with people who are asking really interesting questions or who really need my help. So for the first half of 2024, I've got a couple specials going that are really ground level, really accessible. So I'll tell you a bit about those in just a minute. But first, I'll give you a little bit of my background. I'm 20 years deep into my work as a researcher, so it's official. My technical skill is understanding people. For the past 10, I've been working with big companies with big budgets. So I moved up the ladder to become a principal researcher. So it's the highest you can get in these enterprise businesses. But now I want to help clients who can't afford a full-time researcher or have really cool questions that only I can help answer. I started out as a globe-trotting professor of media and anthropology, worked at William & Mary and UNC and Virginia Tech and Portland State. I trained new researchers. I wrote books and films. I traveled all over the world to understand how young people everywhere use technologies in what I call off-label ways, right? So think about how important those observations were to create technologies that worked better for the people using them on the other end. And then I moved to Portland to become a service design researcher. I got to work on projects like spending a day in 50 homes of people in the Portland area, watching them use their garbage and recycling and compost if they used it. I took notes. I had a whole system for collecting and tracking these insights. So when I combined 50 sessions of participant observation, I put them all together and was able to find a really rigorous, rock solid list of recommendations to make this all much easier for anyone from different walks of life to use our garbage and recycling. And over the years, I've used VR goggles to help travelers decide on new train station signs for Seattle Sound Transit. So those illuminated signs that help people see where their station is from far away. That was me. I use surveys to understand what people need from their social media platforms. I've watched people plan their summer vacations to help build a new way to book campsites at national parks. So then I became a principal researcher for the high-tech software and AI industry, as you see me doing some of that work here. I got to work on the ground with teams at AWS, AT&T, Disney, Starbucks. I mean, really helping to produce new AI products that are groundbreaking and do things like all of those supply chain interruptions that we experienced during COVID. We help to make AI that actually can anticipate interruptions in that supply chain even before individual people might be able to. Really looks at this accumulated data. So not only do we make those products, I help to make sure that they actually do what they're supposed to do and that the humans who use them have the right checks and balances to make sure that those tools are always being used in the best way and that they answer the right questions. And then I got swept up in the big tech layoffs last year and decided to strike out on my own and founded MaaxaLabs. So I needed the chance to work with clients and projects I'm excited about and believe in. So this is it. I'm ready to work with companies who are passionate, close to the pulse, driven by empathy for their customers, looking for research that can be right-sized for tricky 2024 budgets. I want to get some really good projects going this year and to show off what I can do to build awareness of MaaxaLabs. So now is the time. I've got 3 specials I'm running through June 2024. Here are some of my projects behind me. You can see me working outside. So here goes. A couple of the things I've done. The first is a targeted survey I write with you collaboratively or your friend. So we can nail down your business needs efficiently, and that's designed to take less than 5 minutes for your customers or potential customers to fill out. A lightning survey has a really clever screener that we've put together to figure out the question of who is using your idea or product or service in what way. So we kind of segment the answers that way. Then we figure out what those who's need, the what from your business. See how your current state, whatever you've got right now, is working. And then we get some discovery questions so that you know where to develop your product more in the future. So we set you up not only to uncover insights about your current state, but what you're about to make or where you're about to go with your product. And if a survey is not what you need, I do something called Walk the Service. I'll do these for $1,000 as well through June 2024. I guide an end-to-end journey in the boots of your customer to help understand where they're encountering pain points and delight and excitement and question marks, and the big wins on your customer experiences. Secondly, I'm offering a half-price discount for small businesses, local businesses, and startups who need a little targeted research but don't have a lot of budget. These are my friends who are early-stage entrepreneurs or solopreneurs or have a new startup going. That's where I can make a lot of impact, and that's what I'm passionate about. So don't hesitate to get in touch with me. Through June 2024, I've got half-price discount for you. Thirdly, I'm offering free 30-minute consultations to anybody who needs a thinking partner, or who I know from my past lives in research all over the world in lots of different places. Let's figure out how to get closer to the pulse of your customers. I'll follow our conversation with 3 custom tailored recommendations for you. So you'll walk away with something you can use right away. Because I know so many of you from my work as a thought leader or professor, I also want to tell you about my new podcast called Culture of Cloud, where my friend Sean Reby and I, who's a data scientist, we talk to engineers who are making really high-tech software like AI applications, and we talk to people whose lives are affected by these tools, and we facilitate a really cool conversation between those 2 groups so that everybody comes to share the same page and really understand where each other are coming from, what their constraints are, what their needs are. That's a lot of fun. You can find all of that on my website at MaaxaLabs.com. So now help me get the word out. I'm building awareness that I'm doing this, so I'd love it if you reposted or forwarded this mailing or video or link to people who might have an awesome project for me or a smart question to ask. And then in the meantime, reach out anytime, email me. I've got office hours all lined up for you. I can't wait to get this going. I've been waiting, so now's the time. So cheers and see you soon.